front, though, you talk about Iran and what a threat they are and what a disaster of a regime they are to their people, to the world. Secretary Scott Bessent said today, the Treasury Secretary, that the U.S. might suspend sanctions on Iranian oil that's already out to sea amid these high prices. I think some people might say, why would you ease sanctions on a country that the United States is currently at war with? How would you answer that?
Well, I would answer that. Do you think that Iran is, once that oil arrives wherever its destination is, do you think that Iran's getting the check? Do you think they're going to be able to get the money? The money's
Yes,
probably going to come to the
they are
United
getting the
States of
money.
America. How are they getting the money? Or is it being wired by China and by India to what bank in Iran? And if there is a
Yes,
bank in Iran,
that,
in about 15 minutes, it can be gone.
but that is what's happening. I mean, that is who's buying their
Well,
oil.
you say, yeah, but that's what the ships at sea, right? And you're saying the president's considering reducing sanctions for that oil because the payment's never going to get to Iran. That's pre-war. We're into this 20 days, Caitlin. We're into this 20 days. I mean, everything has changed. You're acting as though we're 20 days ago when Iran was sending this ghost fleet around in violation of the sanctions, getting paid. That's all different now. Everything has changed. The banking said they don't even have an internet in Iran right now.
Well,
You
but
think
the
somebody's going
leadership
to the
does. Obviously,
ATM?
they turn it off.
We can't even
Yeah.
find the so-called supreme leader. Is he alive? Does he have a leg? Is he in a coma? We don't know any of these things.
But I don't think that means that they're not getting any of the money from oil right now. I mean, they turned off the internet for the people of Iran. That's certainly
Right,
true.
right.
But
Well,
I think
and
some
look,
people might not see the
you're
rationale, the
speculating, and so am
reasoning.
I. But I don't think you can assume. I don't think you can assume that the terms of sale are the same as they were 20 days ago now.
But do you have any issue with that? I guess in principle of easing those Iranian sanctions while the U.S. is at war with Iran, or do you see the logic
I
in
think
that?
the issue is that we're not going to punish the countries that receive the oil because they're likely going to get it for free or they're going to pay us for it. The point is Iran's not going to get the money, and even if Iran were to get the money, where are they going to spend it? You know, Russia's not helping them, China's not helping them, you know, I don't know if anything's much open on the streets right now in Iran. I think people are hunkered down in survival mode right now. And so
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think the
Russia is.
regime is going to, you know, be headed out for vacation on their the new influx of money from the money that's sold to China or India.
Yeah, I mean, I think Russia is still helping them. They're helping them target U.S. forces and assets in the region, as you know. But we'll leave
Well,
the
that's a
conversation
claim.
there.
That's a claim, right? That's a claim, but let's not speculate.
Yeah, well, I mean,